Sure, yeah.
And I think it changed day to day because
Yeah.
I think when we first closed, we were both in that mindset. We're like, okay, well, it's just time to be done. It didn't end the way that we wanted it to, but maybe this is, you know, whatever you believe in, God's plan for us, the universe telling us, it's time to be done. So we lived there for a while, but it was it was actually pretty amazing when you've been there for everybody else and they see you kind of just fall, how quickly they are to come in and pick you up, And so we had that realization at one point where it's like, okay, we can't stay down because they're not going to let us stay down. They need us just as much as we're realizing we need them. And if we're going to be okay, we need to figure out a plan. So we very much just kind of put it out there and said, if this is meant to be, it'll be. We'll find a space and, we can build from it. And things just started to fall into place. And this is where we're at now.
Awesome. So, do you guys, outside of each other and maybe your cousin, do you guys like have other business owners or networking communities that you get together with about what you're doing and where you're going or anything like that?
So honestly, up until this point, we really haven't done that a whole lot. We did recently join the Cheyenne Chamber of Commerce. So we are really leaning into that and kind of leveraging that for us a little bit to try to figure out those next steps. It's just, if we're going to be successful, we're going to have to really get that business piece. It can't be all, hey, this is just a fun little thing that we're doing. How do we get the word out there? Fun fact, you don't just start a business and open your doors and people come.
What?
Very common misconception that people have.
No one told
I'm
us
just
that.
saying, had I known that.
Yes.
Something
Yeah.
someone told us that.
Yeah.
If I knew
thought
that,
they
I
just
don't know.
walked right in.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're open, come in.
Yeah.
It didn't work that way. So we're really just trying to juggle that right now and figure out how do we get out there? How do we let people know that we're here? Because there's so many people that they have no idea that we even are here and doing what we're doing. And
We're trying to get a little bit more into the community this time around. So, joining the chamber and kind of doing those kind of things that are putting our names out there. So we're trying to do that a little bit.
yeah, potential collaboration, with different businesses and gym owners in town. I think that's something that we've thought about. And yeah, so looking at it from how you even said, more of a business perspective rather than just the hobby, we need to kind of switch gears on that sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's just like a personal kind of choice when it comes to that's why I was wondering why does this, if you have full-time jobs and you're not thinking about leaving your jobs and this is a hobby and this makes you feel great, I'm like, where are we going with this? What are we doing? What are the expectations, the goals, like in 10 years I'd assume at some point somebody's going to retire and so then, what does that mean for the gym and then the community at hand? What are things that you're hoping to maybe leave behind? Any of those kinds of things.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at that, and we talked about it when we opened back up. We're like, I don't know physically, mentally, how long we can do this. And so we are very aware of that. So we have actually been kind of mentoring some of those people that are younger than us, that are part of our community. And, well, what does this look like in a few years for you? And, let's work on this time that we are here to build those other individuals up with hopes of, that is the end goal. We would love to keep this in the community. We've seen how many people or how it's affected the people when we did have to close, that it just shows the impact that you made, and they need it, and how many more people are out there that need it and don't even know that they need it. And that will be future. So we're grooming some of those younger individuals to hopefully step in and continue what
Because it'd be great to see something, it keep going, evolve, and know that, you had a hand in it, way back when.